What's going on YouTube? Joe Miner 3131 back again alongside JS Miner 87 here on the DFS Quarry channel, about to break down the 6-game main slate for Monday, January 14th, 2019. We're looking at 6 games. Shouldn't be too bad. Jared, Sunday games. I ran one lineup. It's hovering. I still got guys left going. How's your night?
Well, we were just talking a little bit here beforehand. I did the same approach. I said I'm going to play one lineup in a couple different contests. I tried to get in that little 4-man the Raiders created, and must not have filled, but interesting enough. But the one lineup I got, I got a like 35th out of 229 in the $5 double up single entry. So I'm winning in that one, and then I'm second in the one that we have in the league here. So overall, $7 worth of entry fees, winning $21.95. So hopefully I stay on board, and I really do think I need a longer win to help my case in that $2 entry pool. But I think at this point already I've cashed in that $5 double up. But that $2 one, it sure would be nice to hit that $11 win.
I feel you. I'm okay. We'll see what happens. I'm only in one contest. That's all I played. Just that single entry. I don't know. It depends. I mean, I got a good line. I played Bobrovsky. That sucks, but I still got the top line of Calgary left to start yet, so I should still be okay yet. I'm just right outside the money right now. We'll see how it goes. 6-game slate for tomorrow is somewhat unappealing in my opinion. So be it. It is what it is. Let's go ahead and jump right into it, shall we? But before we get started, oh man, almost forgot all the bullshit. If you like the video, click on the thumbs up. We appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Keep that going. Share our channel. We appreciate that too. Tomorrow night's show will be the giveaway show. So what you're going to want to do is let a comment, be a subscriber, let a comment in the comment section of the giveaway show, not in the live chat, but in the comment. We're going to keep that up, and then Tuesday we'll have the drawing for the hat giveaway, man. So you're looking for a chance at a free hat, you're going to want to let a comment, be a subscriber, and best of luck to everybody. Winner's going to get to pick whichever NHL team he or she desires. So that should be a lot of fun, giving away a hat. We'll announce the winner on Tuesday's show, following day's show, as soon as we get started. So that should be a lot of fun. And we do have a Slack channel. If you're interested in that, I need your email address. Let that in the comments below, or hit me up at DFS Quarry over on the Twitter machine. Just send me a private message saying, hey, Joe, I'd like to get in the Slack channel there. Let your email, and I'll send the invite out to you, get you started up with that. It's a lot of fun being in there, talking DFS all day long with all the guys that's in there. Anything else, Jared? No?
No, sir. Let's get on it.
All right. First game up on the slate, Chicago Blackhawks heading into New Jersey to take on the New Jersey Devils. Devils are a -150 home favorite here, over under of 6 in this game. Should be Colin Delia and Keith Kincaid. What do you like here?
Well, we can, looking at Chicago, we can eliminate this. I would draw focus away from the power play unit here and probably play line combinations. You got New Jersey Devils is the 4th best penalty kill on home ice, killing it at almost 90%, which is very well. So I might do it off pairs here. I do want a piece of this second line though for Chicago here, whether it be just Strome and Kane there, or Anisimov and Kane. But I'm probably leaning more towards Strome and Kane. I wouldn't mind one-offing Jonathan Taves on that first line, but I wouldn't pair him with Saad tomorrow. And Going down to Brink Cap, 5 goals in 5 games at 5,800. 3 of those have been on the power play, guys. So if I'm not on them, that means 2 goals in 5 games at 5,800. On a one-off play, I'm probably leaving him out of my lineups. Going down here defensively here, though. Duncan Keith, 4,300. 4 points in 5 games, 12 shots, 9 blocks, and a nice little number here. Keep going down. Gustafsson, 7 assists, but look there, 5 of those 7 assists on the power play. So I'm probably not going to go with him because that's going to leave 2 assists, 10 shots, 2 blocks at 5K. I don't like that, so I'm going to leave him out as well. So defensively, it would be Duncan Keith there, looks like. Let's keep going down, though. I don't have interest in Delia. To me, it's on the Devils' side here. Looking at Devils' home record, they are 12-5-4 on home ice here. So I do like the Devils here for the win. I know that Blackwood played the other day because I had Kincaid in. And I was like, son of a bitch. I think it was yesterday. So I know Blackwood played yesterday or the day before. I know that. Going over this New Jersey line, though, it's still for me Heischer, Palmieri on that first line, but I do got interest here in the second line as well. Blake Coleman, 5,200 for 3 goals and assists and 22 shots on goal. Sure. And in a what is it, 6-game slate, I think you could even probably say this might be the best scoring game against the Blackhawks here, and run Heischer, Palmieri, and Coleman, and maybe even Miles Wood or Travis Zajac. You could get away with running all 4 here. Price tags really point to it. So you get 3,800 Miles Wood, 5,200 Coleman, Kyle Palmieri at 6,800, Heischer at 5,800. It could leave you with a nice little expense left for some defensive plays. It might even give you a nice price tag for a one-off winger here if you expect the Devils to go off the handle. And I do really look for Devils to score 4 tomorrow. Defensively here, it's really hard to make a valuable call here on defense here based off the past 5 results here. So I'm going to actually steer away from Devils defense here. And like I said, I do certainly have interest in the goalie situation of the Devils, whoever it may be. But no shutouts in this one. This is no, there's no shutout contender in this one.
I really don't have much to add. I don't think I want any Delia. Don't think I want Kincaid. Either way, I think that this game could shoot out. I could see a 4-3 game here. If that's the case, I don't think a goalie giving up 3 goals is going to be good enough to win here. I think you nailed the picks with Stroman, Kane, and Taze. I like all them. To bring Cat as a one-off, I wouldn't mind that. Anisimov, you did mention him too. That's not too bad. And I'm with you defensively. You mentioned Keith. I say okay. I won't play Keith. But I'm not going to talk you off of him. New Jersey side here. I like Heischer and Palmieri off the top line. The second line is kind of interesting too with Miles Wood and Blake Coleman. If I'm not mistaken, I believe I just heard that Blake Coleman is actually having a career year. So that's interesting too. And New Jersey seems to be playing better. I'm not saying good, but better. I really like that Miles Wood and Blake Coleman, and that's interesting. I'll probably take a shot on a little bit of New Jersey here. Andy Green, 48. That's a little much at 4,800. I think I'll avoid the defense as far as that goes. For New Jersey, I don't want no goalies here, and it'll be the top 2 lines, just pairings. Heischer, Palmieri, and Miles Wood with Blake Coleman. And I'll pretty much end it there and definitely look for a goalie somewhere else. Next game up on the slate, we have the Minnesota Wild heading into Philadelphia to take on the Philadelphia Flyers. We should see Devin Dubnyk and Carter Hart here. Minnesota minus 120, visiting favorite, over under of 6. Jared, yeah, man. Dubnyk bit me again, man. What can I say? What do you like here?
Yeah, I really don't know if I find any plays in this one here. You actually look top 10 or past 10 games here. You got Philadelphia scored 19 goals in 10 games, looks like. So that's what, average 1.9. You go up to Minnesota, not much better, 22 goals in the past 10 games. So it's really been ugly for both of these teams. So I think the best conservative play would be to stay away from these guys or look at the next best thing that kind of gives points here. And what are we going to look for? We're going to look for filler players that can get us some shots and blocks. So when I'm looking down in this game completely, I'm going to look at shots and blocks and pick from that kind of thing. I mean, you really the scoring, you're really taking a shot in the dark where you want to think the scoring's going to come from. So, when I look down here, maybe Greg Pattern there, 2,500 with 5 shots and 10 blocks is a nice little filler defenseman, sure. Maybe even Jonas Brodin there, 7 shots, 8 blocks at 4,200. Could be an iffy play, but those are really what I'm looking for here. You go down another 2,500 for Nick Seeler, 4 shots and 10 blocks for the Minnesota Wild on the defensive side. Going over to this Philly side here, they got a little more shots productions from other guys, so you might even throw in like a Travis Konechny, 1 off, 15 shots, 2 goals, 3 blocks at 4,600. That's not a bad price there. Keep going down, see if we can't find one last pick on this side here. Why not Travis Sanheim right there, 3,600, 10 shots, 6 blocks, and a goal. I think that he would be worth the risk at 3,600 as well. Radko Gudas, 3,800 for 14 shots, 9 blocks, and an assist. Another good value there. I think you could find a goalie in this situation. Let me get a little let's see where I have that tracked at. Scoring chances. Okay, shots for. So Minnesota has taken 286 shots for and going up 298. Going down to Philly, 315 shots for, 322 against. Philly 1-7-2 in their past 10. Minnesota 5-4-1. I give the edge to the Dubnyk here, and I think he does have a good game. I will only play him if Joe decides not to. That's my new strategy. So if Joe Miner 31 is going to be playing Dubnyk, I'll cross him off my list.
Well, I'll tell you what. If you bet on Dubnyk that way throughout the course of the past 2-3 seasons here, you'd be well ahead of the game. That's for certain. I don't think I've ever won playing Dubnyk. I don't think I've ever, not one time. Trust me, I played him plenty too. I can't do it, Jared, man. Yeah, like I said, he just burnt me last night. No way. I'm gonna go on the other side. I'm gonna take a chance on the young buck, Carter Hart. I'll play him. And just hope that Minnesota falls flat on their face. I like your pattern call. I like your Steeler call defensively. I won't play any Minnesota, but I do like those calls. Their goals are just so far spread out here, and they're not scoring a ton anyway as far as Minnesota goes. I don't think you need them. I don't think you need them on a 6-game slate even. I really don't think you need Philadelphia as far as that goes either. I like Sanheim. I do play him a lot, so I like the idea of pairing Sanheim with Carter Hart, and starting a lineup there and moving on. So if you ain't got nothing else on this game, that's pretty much all I'm looking at to start this one out with, and I do like to start a build like that. Carter Hart and goalie, and Sanheim is a defensive goalie pairing. Next
Fair
game
enough.
up. Next game up, Colorado Avalanche heading into Toronto, take on the Toronto Maple Leafs. Maple Leafs are a minus 185 home favorite, over under of 6.5, and then 6.5 in this game. Should be Varlamov and Freddie Anderson, and one of them had Hutchinson projected. I think it was Daily Faceoff had Hutchinson, and Left Wing Luck had Anderson. So whatever, they both had Varlamov. What do you like here?
Asked me a few months ago if I would ever seen Colorado be 1-7-2 in a 10-game stretch. I would have told you you're crazy. And the more I think this could be the game where you honestly see them come out and score in droves here. But for me, I like playing McKinnon 7,800. Even if I won off him in my lineup, I think that could be a viable play here. But we know, I mean, let's look at Toronto here. If it is Hutchinson, where are we going to?
I think it's going to be Freddie Anderson, to be honest. But like
given up 27 goals in the past 10 games, not terrible. But the terrible side is Colorado giving up 37 goals in 10 games. That's 3.7. So it's hard to see that you can't get a play off of Marner, Tavares, Austin Matthews, even throw in an Andreas Johnson there. Those are your plays here. And you know what? Certainly, I don't think that the third line might be off the score sheet tomorrow here. You're going to get this here's going to look like an elementary school chalkboard tomorrow for sure. There's going to be tons of chalk all over this game. And with reason. I mean, if you're looking at stats, I think you can easily see this being an over game. And Justin's there to take the under, I think, on last game here. I think we're taking the over on this one here at 6.5. I think you can see around 8 goals here. I'd probably want Morgan Riley in my 6,300 in that lineup. So, for a 6-game slate, I think I am going to play multiple lines here. And, a reason for that is a game like this, if with all the chalk, you almost feel compelled to chalk with it so you don't get blown out and then hope that your little filler picks hit. Or you go, and that's why you backfill this with another line, because any NHL game could be like 2-0, 3-0 or something, and no one hit on it. And that's when you want that filler lineup to kind of kick in, because there are plays in other lineups, but, you could easily see Tavares with 2 goals and an assist, Austin Matthews with a goal and 2 assists or something. If you don't have them, you're already, whatever that saying is, shit creek without a paddle there. But keep that in mind. So certainly Toronto plays here, but I do like this top line of Colorado here. Let's see and the reason is, so you got Toronto at home. They are disciplined here. So they only draw 2.3 penalties a game here. But if I'm looking at Colorado, it's got to be that first line only. Tyson Yost, maybe you could make an argument there at 2,900 for Yost, but I might be just one off of McKinnon tomorrow there, Joe, or one off in Landeskog for the shot production there, and just saying they get 6 shots in a game and throw in 1 point either way as a one-off pay. I would take the 5 or 6 points that could get me and be okay with not getting any secondary scoring action in the Colorado. But it's hard to say that anyone's going to be able to game stack this due to the pricing situation here. So for me, I'm probably going to favor slight Maple Leafs on the offensive side here, but my back play might be into that Chicago and the Devils game there.
I don't know what I want to do here. Colorado, I just don't trust them. but I could see myself maybe running a pairing of Nate McKinnon and Tyson Berry together just to run it back against a Toronto stack. But Jared, don't you think that Austin Matthews' line is going to go up against the Nate McKinnon line?
At all times, they'll try to match that, I would think.
I would have to assume that that's what they're going to try to do here. Okay, so yeah, I with you. Obviously, you guys know, man. You want to play Colorado? It's something off that top line. Tyson Jost is a good play at 2,900. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think I'd stay away from everything else there. Just a top line with Tyson Jost. Defensively, I do like Eric Johnson. I told Jared to play him last week, and he missed him. His line would have crushed with him. Tyson Berry, I like that as well from Colorado. So if Matthews' line is going to go up against Colorado line 1, for the most part, I kind of like the Tavares Marner pairing again. It's where I normally end up anyway. So I'll probably end up with a pairing of that Tavares with Mitch Marner. But even though Matthews' line is going to go up against the McKinnon line, I still like the Matthews line, man, with Austin Matthews, Andreas Johnson, and Kasperi Kapanen. I wouldn't mind that at all. And I just probably stop there. I keep my attention at the top 2 lines on Toronto. I come down. I like Morgan Riley. I like Jake Gardner better than Morgan Riley. So at 4,400, I think Gardner is a better value. I'd rather have that, save my money off the $6,300 Riley. I like Toronto to win this game. Let me call a 5-4 win Toronto here.
Can you tell me if you got the lineup still up? Is Connor Brown still in the lineup
for
Toronto?
Yes, right wing in the 4th line.
It's his birthday tomorrow. I was like, bringing up hockey reference for the next game and looked at the birthdays, and I was like,
all right, Connor Brown. Let me write him down. Birthday. All right, fair enough. He's 2,800. Not a bad play. Next game up, St. Louis Blues heading into Washington to take on the Washington Capitals. Capitals are a minus 205 home favorite. Over under of 6 in this game. We should have Jared Allen heading up against Braden Holtby. Jared, are you playing Jared Allen?
Perhaps, folks. Perhaps. This is St. Louis is back in on our DFS lineups here. I think it was last night there. The second line was the big hit, with Ryan O'Reilly, David Perron, Zach Sanford getting action all along. Being on the road, I think that's where I'd want to stick with here. O'Reilly, Perron, and Sanford. You could even look at, let's see what on home ice here up to the Washington is 13-6-3 on home ice, but look at this 23rd penalty kill, and they actually take the most penalties in home ice in the NHL here. So a team that has produced on these power plays here, maybe not significantly, but they have. You might want to look into that power play one here. Like I said, I have a lot of interest here in the O'Reilly Perron there, and why not just back him? You can keep Sanford or leave him out, either one, and then keep your Tarasenko in. I think that it could be a nice, valuable play here to actually run maybe run this 3-man stack with like a Devils or that second line New Jersey stack, and find a goal, and you might have a good night. So I'm not opposed to either way. Like I said, that Kane and Strome paired it up with these 3 from St. Louis. and you actually could have the formation of a big line here. And like Joe said, it's going to easily give you enough money if you wanted to run that Travis Sanheim and Carter Hart back with it on the defensive and the goalie side here. So it's certainly a lineup to think, but you cannot ignore what St. Louis has come out and done in the past 5 games here. They've got production. They've actually looked nice on the daily faceoff grind here. Tarasenko, 5,600 with 3 goals, 2 assists, 18 shots, and 3 blocks. 2 goals on 11 shots and 5 blocks, 4,500 for Braden Shen. Still not a bad price. He is getting 20 minutes of ice time and does see time on that second power play. So I do think he's in play as well. Certainly, if you want Shen, though, I think you'd want to run Shen, Tarasenko, and then Sanford, just to get the correlation of Shen with Tarasenko and then Shen on that back second power play with Sanford. So those are the plays here. Defensively, you certainly have some known defensemen here. I think you still got to go with Parayko on the second defensive pairing at 4,500, 16 shots, 14 blocks, and an assist. That's just insane production to pass up. And for 500 more, you get Pietrangelo. I just don't see it. So Colton Parayko would be my defensive side here. And Jake Allen is in play. This is a repeat game, guys, the other night. On January 3rd, it was on home ice. The St. Louis Blues stomped the Capitals in a 5-2 routing. So don't think that these Capitals, these Blues can't win or score, at least against the Capitals. Now, I don't know if it was I don't know if it was Holtby.
Yeah, remember? Because
was this the Friday, Saturday?
Yeah, Justin and I argued over this because I was pissed that they didn't start Holtby against Dallas.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
Yeah.
Now that I thought about it. So, yeah, I mean, let's flip the script here to the Capitals side. And really what you're seeing is overpriced plays, really. Ovechkin, 7,900. He's got 2 goals and 2 assists and 22 shots. I mean, that's a couple probably overpriced for that production. 6,100 for Kuznetsov with a goal, 2 assists, and 17 shots. I just told you what a comparable, that's 6,100. What's a comparable Shen? Shen with 2 goals, 11 shots, and 5 blocks is 4,500. So, I mean, you're seeing the overpriced of the Capitals, and they're actually just coming down in price. That's really what's happening here. They were high priced because they were on fire. Now they're not. Oshie's come up to 5,000. Oshie's a valuable play here. For me, I'm liking this second line here. If I'm to play the Capitals, it's Vrana, it's Backstrom, it's Oshie. Vrana has been lights out the past few games here, so certainly a viable play there. But, you know, if you want to do Oshie, Vrana, and then throw in Ovechkin there on the first line, Ovechkin never gets you a goose egg. That's one thing you can say about him. Carlson, 6,000, he's in play, sure. But I don't really want anyone else. Holtby, 8,200. I think I'm steering away from him.
Justin said Holtby left last night with an injury.
I must have just remembered the Blues were playing tomorrow and faked it.
I like the Blues call here, man. It's out there. I like Jaden Schwartz, Braden Shen, Tarasenko. I think you mentioned all 3 of them. I like that second line, too, with Sanford, O'Reilly, and Perron. Mainly just O'Reilly and Perron. I don't know if you mentioned Oscar Sundqvist here. Sundqvist is playing much better. He was on the 4th line. He's up there on the 3rd line now, centering that up between Marone and Robbie Fabry. I like Sundqvist, man. It's interesting at 3,300. I'm gonna dive into him a little more. I know we've been hearing some stuff on the talk shows about him lately here, so we'll see how that works out for him. And defensively, I'm with you. Just Parayko for me defensively over here for St. Louis. Nothing else. I'm not gonna play Jared Allen. Yeah, no, I can't. No, I'm done. Not even saying no more. I'm not playing them. Washington side here, Jared. I agree with you as well. I don't want no Hopi here, but these guys are overpriced. Uh, obviously, can they win you a GPP? Yes, they sure can. Am I going to play them? I don't think so. Um, I actually think ownership on them are going to be down tomorrow with this price because they are just not producing. I mean, anybody on the top line, if you want to take any, actually, I don't recommend any of them. Kuznetsov would be the best play off the top line. I'd let Ovechkin and Wilson sit. I got more interest in Jakub Vrana and TJ Oshie than anybody else. I'd rather pair up Vrana and Oshie and take my chances there and run with it. Michael Kempney defensively at 4,600 for Washington is an okay play. Carlson at 6K, that's a little pricey for me, but I wouldn't talk you off of it. And like I said, no goalies from this game. I can see this game going over to 6. I could see a 4-3 game here either way, whether it be Washington winning or St. Louis winning. I'd rather take the forwards. I like O'Reilly and Perron, and maybe a little bit of Tarasenko as my favorite plays in the whole game. Next game up, Montreal Canadiens heading into Boston to take on the Boston Bruins. Bruins are a minus 170 home favorite. Over under a 5.5 in this game, so this is our low for the day. Should be Carey Price and Tuukka Rask. Jared, what do you like here?
Well, just a couple of things here. Going back to at least Hopi was a full participant in on practice today, so looks like he should be all right. Took a high stick through the mask. That's what it was, and he lost vision yesterday during the game. So, yeah, like just said, you wonder whether or not because Kuznetsov was the one who had concussion, right? That was out for like 10, 15 games of a concussion for the Capitals.
At the beginning of the year?
Yeah, or maybe
Yeah.
earlier on.
Well,
Yeah,
Backstrom was out too, though. But no, you're right. Yeah, you're right. It was Kuznetsov because uh, Backstrom was up with Ovechkin.
yeah, because I remember when Sid was slow after getting back from that concussion that we wondered if he'd ever be the same player again when he wasn't producing. So it could be the same story with Kuznetsov there.
Well, Justin's saying it was Oshie. I know Oshie was out, but Kuznetsov missed time too.
Yeah, I thought he did too. If Yinzer on Hockey would have videos, I would know.
That's right. We no content. No content.
Let's get into this game here, though. Honestly, it's two teams that are quite familiar with each other here with the Bruins and Canadians. 5.5, on the Vegas line. I really think this is going to be the under here. For me on Boston, I still favor that first line here, but I think you could look to line 2 here and get some valuable plays. You wonder if you want to play the Maple Leafs or Avalanche there strong. They're a little top-heavy priced, and then fill that with this line 2 of Jake DeBrusk, David Krejci, David Backes. All three are producing very well. If you guys think that Boston's going to be scoring 3 or 4 or 5 goals, I think then you'd be on that side of playing the first line with Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and Pasternak. I'm not solely on them. If anything, I'm going to be playing the line 2. I do have interest in playing Tuukka Rask here because Boston's on fire. They're 7-3 in the last 10 games. Just coming off another impressive win with Toronto. So I like playing that line 2 with Rask because Rask at 8,000, a little more pricey here. And then if you're looking defensively here for this Boston team, I really don't think you see a play. So let's skip the Boston D and go over here. Montreal, if you're in the Slack channel today, Cole is our Montreal expert. And he had a few things. He's like, from a DFS wise, I think we've lost our allure here. You can certainly see some changes on the daily face-off wire here. It's Druin, Dano, Gallagher on that line 1. Line 2 is Lakin, Domi, Armia. So a change there. And then you got Tatar, Kotkaniemi, and Paul Byron on the third line here. I don't know. I think I'm fading Montreal. I do think this is like a 2-1 type game here. So I think, if anything, I might take a chance on Shea Weber or Jeff Petrie in this one here and leave out all forwards. Jordy Ben even and Brett Kulak, both viable plays. I never noticed this, but look at Brett Kulak, 3,300. He's got 12 shots, 11 blocks, and a goal in the past 5. Brett Kulak might be a nice little sneaky play here to get you that 1.52 points here. And although Carey Price might not be in play for the win for me, I do think, Boston's taken 347 shots, which is actually the most, let me make sure I'm right in saying that. No, second most shots in the past 10 games next to the Golden Knights. I don't think Price is out of line either. He might not get you that 3 points, but you might see, maybe 2 goals on 38 shots, as opposed to maybe Tuukka Rask gives up 1 goal on 24 shots, and you get about an even play. But I'm going to keep both these goalies in play and expect a low-scoring game.
Yeah, I expect a low-scoring game as well. I could see me playing Carey Price before I play Tuukka Rask, to be honest with you. I trust Price more than I trust Rask. Montreal side, all I really have interest in is Druin and Gallagher. That would be it for me, forward-wise, and Weber and Petrie. I like your Kulak call, but I still think it's just Weber and Petrie for me defensively. Really, I lean Petrie over anybody else on all of Montreal, or possibly Price. Boston side here, obviously the top line is in play. But you want to play the top line, you got to pay for them. They're not cheap with Marchand, Bergeron, and Pasternak. Marchand is 6,900, Bergeron 75, Pasternak 77. So they're up there. They're pricey. I like your call, Jared, on that second line with DeBrus, Krejci, and Backes. I like all 3 of them. Certainly, I like all 3 of them. Maybe Heinen or Donato if you're looking for a one-off, cheap one-off, and you still want to get a little piece of Boston here. Nobody's going to play them guys. So large field GPP tournament, they'd be an okay play. Defensively, nothing. Their defense doesn't score really. I don't need nothing there at all. And I'll keep Rask in play, but I probably won't end up playing him. I'll lean more towards Carey Price than I would Tuukka Rask. Last game on the slate, Buffalo Sabres heading into Edmonton to take on the Edmonton Oilers. Oilers are a -120 home favorite here, over-under of 6. Should be Carter Hutton and Cam Talbot. Jared, could be an ugly game here, huh?
Yeah, it's really interesting that they only have this line at 6. I would have thought this is a 6.5, to be honest. I look for this to be one of the called surprise games, actually, of all the 6 here. I think that there's going to be a little lower ownership, but I think this is going to actually have the results of a very happy DFS game. So Edmonton, we'll speak of them first because no doubt in my mind you want Connor McDavid in your lineup. And at around the same price as a Nate McKinnon, Connor McDavid's in your play there. 7,900. Draisaitl there on line 2, 6,800. Also in play. Ratty, they got Ratty back up, and he had an assist there. That's one of those things. Go to left wing lock, guys. See how much Ratty was paired last game with them. If he's getting a lot of ice time with McDavid again, maybe Ratty's in play with Nugent Hopkins, all back in play. So Nugent Hopkins, McDavid, Ratty, Draisaitl on line 2. I have no issues running Alex Chasen as well. But I think you're going to get goals here on both sides here. Darnell Nurse, 5,400 on the defensive side with 1 goal, 3 assists, 19 shots, and 6 blocks. Great play there. And I'm going to steer away from the goalies. I did have Cam Talbot the other day. He would have fared good if he got the win, but he didn't get a win, so he didn't really turn out that well. Going over the Buffalo side here, what you can say here, if you look at goals against here, last 10 games, Edmonton leads the charge in goals against, allowing 39 goals against. Maybe. You might be back up on the favorite Raiders. But yeah, a 3.9 goals a game, you cannot not play someone here this game. Even if you're looking at your one-off filler players, I think you one-off filler players with Buffalo here. And there's room for them, right? I mean, if you're lacking money, you got Sablayko on that line 2 center. You got Tage Thompson on that right wing on line 1, both at 3,000. You got Connor Sherry, 3,200 on that second line. And I'm pretty sure some of them are getting some power play time. Connor Sherry on the second power play with Tage Thompson. And, yeah, so there's production here. But like I said, if you want to stack the big boys for the big win, 4 goals tomorrow from the Buffalo Sabres, then you want Jeff Skinner, you want Jack Eichel, you want to get a piece of Reinhardt on that second line since he gets that first power play time. At third line play here, in more of a GPP setting, but I think he could see some action due to the lack of defense from the Edmonton side, is Jason Pominville, 3,300 again. Going down to the defensive side here, 3,100 for Lawrence Pilut, or Pilot, or Pilut, Pilut. He's a good one. Just coming up. That's why his ice time's a little low, but he had his first goal the other night. Rasmus Ristolainen, 5,100. I think even though he's a little high priced, I think he could be involved in some scoring. Dahlin at 3,900, another good play as well. And Hutton, I don't think I'm getting my goalie from this game, to be honest with you here. Yeah, I think we can see goals. I think this could be a 5-3, 5-4 type game, to be honest.
I don't know, man. I don't know which way I lean in this game. I don't like Hutton, and I don't like Talbot. Yeah, I'll stay away from the goalies. Goalies suck tomorrow on this slate. Obviously for Buffalo, Skinner, Eichel. I don't mind Tage Thompson as a just pair him up with Skinner and Eichel if you want to run the even strength lines. Sam Reinhart, obviously if you want to run the power play with Eichel and Skinner's great. Defensively here, I like Dahlin and this Lawrence Pilut at 3,100. That's nice. Ristolainen at 5,100. He's a good play, but I mean, you get the same kind of production for the most part out of Rasmus Dahlin at 3,900. So why play Ristolainen, for 51 when you can play Dahlin for 39? So that's where I'm at with that one. As far as the Edmonton side, I don't know. A lot of wasted talent on the Edmonton Oilers team. McDavid is a great play, obviously. Ryan Hopkins, Ty Ratty. I wouldn't mind a little shot there. Leon Draisaitl with Alex Chasen. Wouldn't mind a little shot there. Darnell Nurse defensively. I would play him. And I think that's all I'd play, man. Yeah, just be that. And again, no Talbot for me. It's really McDavid, Hopkins, and Draisaitl is where my interest lies with Edmonton. Pretty much everybody else is the same, I'm certain. So that's it. Last game on the slate. Jared, let's jump into our game, and then we can jump up on out of here. Get ready for the exciting show, which will be tomorrow when everybody's commenting and trying to get in that hat giveaway.
Yeah, Cole, I agree with you. It almost like we don't even need to say it. You can just read our minds that McDavid's always in play. But yeah, I do got a diamond stack, and I think there's several tomorrow. The more we talked about this, I knew you started saying off by like not a very interesting slate, but there's plays. So tomorrow, diamond stack line 2 for Chicago for me. It's Artem Anisimov, Strome, and Patrick Kane.
I like that. I'm going to go with the same game. Miles Wood, Travis Zajac, Blake Coleman, line 2 from New Jersey.
Simultaneously with Yinzer on Hockey in the chat. Simultaneous.
Hey, he must be learning something.
It's not your birthday, Justin. I don't know what you're trying to prove here. For me, Snowflake stack here. The old unconventional, I think everyone's going to be shocked here, but I'm going with that line 1 of Boston. Might get some point production, but they're not going to be worth their price tomorrow. So Brad Marchand, Patrice Bergeron, and David Pastrnak for the Snowflake.
Ooh. How about this one? Washington, line 1. Alex Ovechkin, Kuznetsov, Tommy Wilson. They're my Snowflakers. Give me the Boulder Award.
My Boulder Award is going to Carter Hart from the Philadelphia Flyers.
He's about the only goalie I got left to play. I tell you what. Give me Carey Price. I'll correlate with your Snowflake stack.
I appreciate that. Hopefully the Roto Grinders video maybe tomorrow will be like all hyped up on Boston, and they'll flip the script for us.
We'll see how it works. Not a bad call, man. It's a quick, nice little slate there. Guys, remember, come back in tomorrow night. You're going to want to comment on that video. Get entered in that contest to win that hat. If you happen to win, you'll get to choose whatever hat you want. Whichever NHL team you want. Way to go. I'm sure everybody's out here looking for a Pens hat anyway. If you like the video, click on that thumbs up, man. We appreciate that. Subscribe to the channel. Share us out there. Let everybody know we're out here doing what we're doing. Slack channel. If you want the Slack channel, need your email address. Let an email below in the comments. If not, hit me up at DFS Quarry over on the Twitter machine. Just send me a private message. Say, Joe, can I get in the Slack? All I need, like I said, your email address. I'll send the invite out to you. We'll get you in there. That's where the real magic happens, right, guys? But whatever. Anyway, so with that being said, Jared, nothing else going on? We done? Good? Get out of here?
Yep, just right. Raiders in the comment. Now I guess you can call us a bastard, and I think the comment randomizer can choose it as well.
Yeah, Eastern time. No, but they're only Tuesdays and Thursdays, Roto Grinders videos. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, I think they were talking about Roto Grinders.
Yeah, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Only on the big slates. It starts at 3:30 Eastern, and they're not no, 3:10 Eastern. They start at 3:10 Eastern time, only Tuesdays and Thursdays, and they don't repeat them. They'll keep them up for like 15 minutes after the show's over. They're an hour show, and then they pull them down.
Yeah, and I think sometimes like the chat's real funky because like there was a couple times where I think they disabled chat even that you can't even. Because there's one time I was expecting chat left and right, there was no chat going on. So, which I think you can.
It always says there's like 150 live chat viewers in there or some shit, but nobody's saying shit.
Yeah.
But whatever. Ready? We're out of here. Good luck to everybody tomorrow. We'll see you back again tomorrow night. Remember, tomorrow's show is the giveaway show. Dude, you're not going to burn a hat, Cole. What the hell, man? He's going to burn a hat and take a video of it? What is he, a Cincinnati Bengals fan? I think they're the only people who burn hats, man. We're good. We're out of here. Good luck, everybody.